20 Things You Want to Know About People Who Are Blind, Part 2.
Hello, my name is Ray Montgomery, Senior Marketing Activity Associate here at Bosma Enterprises.
And I am Mendi Evans, Assistive Technology Specialist at Bosma Enterprises.
And today, we want to talk to you guys about 20 things you may want to know about people who are blind. All right, the first thing that we want to show you today is some new technology that Mendi has called the IRA glasses. And what is actually IRA, Mendi?
So IRA is a combination of artificial intelligence as well as assistance. So what happens is you call an agent or you use the smartphone that's attached to these glasses, and it does have some smart features to be able to read a document or do a few other things. So if I were to put these glasses on, one second, there we go. And then if I were to make a call, I would get a live agent on the other end of the phone, and they would be able to use the camera here in the center of my glasses to direct me to do tasks, or if it's something that is more of a flat screen, then I can use the camera here on this smartphone. And another option is you can use it with your actual smartphone, your iPhone or Android, to be able to get assistance from a live agent who has been trained to work with people who are blind.
Okay. Now, with those IRA glasses and that agent, can they also take pictures of items as well and describe them to you?
They can. They can take a picture. The things that IRA can do are only limited by your imagination. You can do anything from get cooking directions to taking pictures. Some people take selfies, others take pictures of their kids. Some people will take pictures of their dog. And then IRA can either send you the picture to your phone in the app, or they can send it to email and they can caption the picture for you so you know what it is that you're sharing.
Okay. Now IRA, is that a paid service, or how does that work if you want to subscribe to that?
So the first 5 minutes of any IRA call are free. There are also subscription options, and they're priced differently depending on how many minutes a month you would like to use.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, Mendi. I just really wanted to show people what different and new technology is actually available for people who are blind or visually impaired. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is how do people travel through an airport? And I get this question all the time because I travel frequently.
Me too.
You actually can get assistance. So before you even book your ticket, you can call whatever airline that you choose and get assistance. So let them know that you are blind or visually impaired, or whatever physical disability you may have, and you're able to get assistance getting through the airport, getting through security and things of that nature. But once again, let's talk about those IRA glasses. Now, those IRA glasses, have you ever traveled through the airport using IRA?
Oh, absolutely. I went to a conference last year, and I actually had taken a picture of my luggage before I left.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was able to, when I got to California, the agent was actually able to help me find my luggage, and I got through the airport entirely on my own using IRA without using assistance from the airport.
Wonderful. I mean, most airports nowadays, I believe, are IRA certified, correct? So meaning that you can actually use that service for free in a lot of airports.
That's called an IRA access location, and many airports have it. Every Walgreens store has it, and the network is constantly growing. So just be on the lookout, and you never know where IRA might pop up for free for you.
Never know, never know. Well, the third thing we want to talk about today is, I get this question too, and I know you get it too. How do people who are blind or visually impaired write? So would you write your name? How would you communicate with someone else if you want to just take notes in class or for your personal usage? So how would you write, Mendi, being a woman who is blind?
Well, if I'm writing for myself, I would either use a braille writer, which we do not have here at this time because it's big and massive. But something smaller is the slate and stylus, which I have right here. Is the slate. This is the stylus.
Okay.
And so you just put the paper in it, and if you want to take a quick note, you can just jot a quick note, and I'm able to write whatever I want to. I just wrote my name for anyone who's curious.
Okay. Another item I really think is very useful. This little plastic thing right here, the signature guide. I don't know if you can see it. But this thing right here is amazing because if you sign in a lot of documents, you're able to stay within those parameters. So if I'm signing a document, I don't want to be signing all up in the air and everything. So this signature guide actually helps you stay within the lines, helps you write your name, helps you not to go past a certain point. So you're able to actually write your name and do those type of things. Just a little plastic, it just makes a world of difference.
It's just somebody will put the box on the box where you're supposed to sign, and then you're able to sign within that box.
That is correct. That is correct.
Another trick, just quickly. If you're ever at a restaurant and you've forgotten your signature guide, ask your waiter or waitress to fold the receipt on the line.
Yeah.
And then you can sign on the line even if you've forgotten your signature guide at your house.
I like that tip right there. And also you can use your credit card. So
Yes.
I probably did a little bit of everything right there. Just put my finger where you need to be.
Yeah.
No, anything like that. But another thing we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about a question that we get a lot. How do people who are blind and visually impaired cook safely within their own home? So I know Mendi has a double-sided spatula right in front of her. And could you talk about how that is used and how that is a great tool if you're cooking different items within your home?
So I like to say what would happen if a spatula had a meeting with a set of tongs. That's basically what this is. And so you would slide this part of the spatula up under your food item, clamp down, and then you can flip it over and let it go. So, I mean, just imagine if you're trying to flip a grilled cheese or a burger or something, and you're trying to get up under it, and then you have to flip it back in the pan without seeing where you're flipping it. Well, you can hold on to it and make sure it's flipped safely back in the pan before you let it go.
Okay. Grilled cheese,
French toast,
pancakes,
burgers,
all that good stuff. So you don't want to actually stick your hand within that skillet. That
Right.
helps you eliminate burns and other accidents that may occur within the kitchen. So the last thing we're going to talk about during this segment is actually, sorry, not the last thing, but we're going to talk about how people pour liquid into a cup. Now this might get tricky, y'all, because I'm blind myself. So let's see how this works. We're going to use what they call a liquid leveler. This little device right here works wonders. So instead of you sticking your finger in the cup, which I don't know a lot of people that do that, but you can use this liquid leveler, stick it on the side of the cup. Let's see, y'all. This is going to be tricky now. I'm going to pour this in the cup. Let's see. Come on. Don't stick my hand in. Okay. Now it started to beep, so it lets me know once it started beeping that I'm getting very close to the top, so I don't actually spill the water all over the table here. That's another tool that you can use. You can get these items here at Boswell Enterprises as well. But the last thing we're going to talk about today is labeling of clothing. So people always ask me, how do I know if I'm matching or not? So you could actually get little braille tags. Now these tags right here, these are like the square kind. I don't know if you can see them close up on them, but these tags are actually labeled. So they have braille writing on these tags right here. So you can actually stick these on your clothes with a safety pin. They won't come off. You can put them in the wash. So when you wash, they'll still be there. Now these tags right here are actually a little more advanced than when I came up. They have like plaid, stripe, so they let you know what color, if it's got a design on it. So these little things right here are very useful if you want to know if you're matching. And I think a lot of us want to make sure that we looking our best when we walk out the house. But Mendi, if you can you touch on the different apps that can help a person if they don't read Braille? Are there apps that can actually identify clothes?
Well, Seeing AI does have a color identifier. Unfortunately, your mileage may vary depending on the light that you have in your room.
Okay.
They actually do have color identifiers, like standalone devices. And there's actually a new app coming up called Way Around, and much like you do with those tags, you put a tag in your clothing, or you can clip it to other items too. But since we're talking about clothing, it's a button that you sew into your clothing, and it's it's a tag that you use your NFC sensor to just touch it, and whatever you've programmed into your phone, whether it be laundry directions, what the clothing is, etc., it'll speak that back to you through your phone.
Sounds like a plan. You can actually go Ira Glass project.
You could get an Ira agent to, hey, are these black socks or not?
Yeah, you can also, like you said, you can also get creative with Google Duo, FaceTime, if you got a friend, family member, or someone around like that, if you're not sure, if you don't read Braille. So it's
Some
different
people
options.
use their Echo Shows to communicate with a family member that way.
Okay, cool. Well, we just wanted to talk to you today about a few items to give you more awareness about how people who are blind do different tasks throughout their lives. So if you want to learn more, please visit us at boswell.org.